welcome to the Weekly MANcast.
This is episode 28, Phil.
Episode 28, that's a lot of episodes. I think we passed our half-year mark.
We have passed our half-year mark.
That's pretty cool.
In fact, October 1st was exactly 6 months after we had the first episode released.
That's impressive. If you're out there, applaud us. Actually, you're probably sitting there alone, so it doesn't really matter.
If you're at work, just whistle for us.
Yeah.
It'll confuse your coworkers.
Or shout or something.
Or
Obnoxious
be like,
that.
the Weekly MANcast!
And they'll be like, what's that? And you'll be like, well, hey! And then we'll get a little bit more popular.
Yay!
Alright! Anyway, this week we're continuing our
professional development.
Professional development series,
Yeah.
right? This is part 2 of the Weekly MANcast Professional Development Series 2009.
2009.
Yes. Last week we talked about resumes,
Yeah.
resume building, and what you should do to create a good resume if you want to succeed in today's
Academic
job market.
and job market.
This week,
Yes. We are doing an interview.
yes, and we're going to be going over tips and pointers about interviewing and how you should
Not mess it up.
yeah, how to do a good interview and succeed and get hired. So, yeah, stick around for that.
Hope to see you soon.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to be doing a kind of mock interview here to show you the ropes. We'll be giving you tips and pointers throughout.
Yeah, basically what's going to happen is we're going to give you a tip and a pointer, and then we're going to kind of give
Exactly.
you some scenarios that use
Exactly. So Dave here is going to be the interviewer.
that, which is the person who's conducting the interview,
And
or
I'm
the
going-
person who's, going to hire you in the end.
Yes, because they
Hopefully.
will hire you. They
As
will.
long as you follow our tips.
Yes, unless their company goes bankrupt before they get the chance to. But then they might still do it anyway because you can pull them out of bankruptcy. That's how good your interview is going to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, I will be the interviewee, the person, you, basically, who is going to be being interviewed and getting the job.
So if we haven't confused you yet, keep holding on and we'll give you some great tips.
Yeah.
The most important thing to remember about interviews is making a good first impression. Now, there are good ways to make a good first impression and bad ways to make a good first impression. Can you make a bad, good first impression?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, now first, we're going to show you a bad first impression. Hi, my name's Phil.
Hi, my name is David.
Good to meet you. I'm so excited to hear about your company and discuss prospects.
Yeah, it sounds like a good thing. And here's an example of a good first impression.
Hey,
Go!
I'm Phil, by the way. Now, what you probably noticed with the first one is that it was a, kind of standard, cliche, I would say. Cliche kind of a first impression, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, you really want to make a good impression.
Yeah.
And by doing what everyone else does, you're not really getting anywhere.
Not at all. Which is why the second one is so great. It's because the guy gets in there, me of course, gets in there and he does something that the person is totally not expecting. They're going to remember that for the rest of the day. And that candidate right there is going to stand out in his mind.
In fact, they're going to remember that when it comes time for your promotion, because if you punch him in the face, you're guaranteed the job.
I mean, yeah, because he's going to know, oh, this guy means business. This guy, he's upper management material.
And he's assertive, he knows what he's doing, and he's always ready to take action.
Exactly. Punching an interviewer in the face is totally the right thing to do.
Yes. Remember that during your interview, you want to set yourself apart from other candidates. So, what you should do is give information about yourself, whether it be personal or factual or not factual. Actually, it should probably be factual. But just give information about yourself. So, Phil, what makes you qualified for this job at the Weekly MANcast Incorporated?
Well, I used to mow lawns, so I'm good at working outdoors. I run fairly regularly. I have brown hair. I have blue eyes. I am 6 feet tall, give or take half an inch or so. I really like Mountain Dew. It's very tasty. I kind of like the caffeine a little bit, although if it didn't have caffeine, I wouldn't really mind. Digital clocks are definitely better than analog. For sure, they're easier to read. Although analog is better for knowing how long it is until something, because then you have the visual appeal. So I definitely like analog clocks better. I draw a lot of cartoons. I can burp the ABCs both forwards and backwards. I was in a I was in an improv troupe in high school. I play a lot of frisbee. I can throw a frisbee more than a football field, in fact. I once fell out of a tree and broke my brother's arm.
Now, you said you can burp the ABCs both forward and backward. Can you just say the ABCs backward?
No. I have to be burping. Otherwise my brain
okay.
can't. It has to do with the speech connection to the, because when you're burping you're not speaking, but when you're speaking you are, so it's a language thing.
Do you have a citation for that, by the way?
No.
Okay. Well, what would you say is your greatest weakness?
My great? Kryptonite. Now it's most important to make a good first impression and a good last impression, because that's what they're going to remember most from the interview. So remember, as you exit, make sure to have a lot of flash and dash.
So that about wraps it up for the interview.
Oh, are we done then?
Yes. That guy's got the job.